Grace be unto you and peace from God our Father and from the Lord Jesus Christ. I was glad when they said to me, let us go into the house of the Lord. I'm Father Steve Sellers, and thank you so much for tuning into today to this brief daily message of hope. I was thinking today, I've done several funerals this week, just like a couple of weeks ago. I had 3 funerals, and in each one of them, I wound up talking to family members either before or afterward about the gospel lesson that is usually read, part of the lesson that's read at the funeral, or sometimes I actually talk about it during the funeral, where Jesus says, I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever lives and believes in me will never die. Now that's taken from John's Gospel in chapter 11, where Jesus is visiting the grave of one of his friends, Lazarus, in Bethany, outside of Jerusalem. And he's having a conversation with one of the sisters of Lazarus, his sister Martha, where Jesus asked, Martha said, Lord, if only you'd been here, my brother wouldn't have died. And then Jesus responds with what I just said. He says, I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever lives and believes in me will never die, and those who have died will yet live. Jesus speaks profound words about his authority over both life and death. And the question usually comes up, what does it mean to believe? Well, we believe things all the time. It's a very simple act of affirming in our own mind that something is true. We believe that airplanes can fly, and that when you get on them, they're going to come up off the ground and go into the sky. We believe that when we start our car, we're going to be able to drive it. We believe that when we pick up a book, we're going to be able to read it. We believe all sorts of things. We believe that when we eat a proper diet and exercise, we're going to get in better shape. But we have simple mental assent to things all the time. And that's a very simple form of believing. But Jesus is talking about something entirely different. To believe in him involves 2 components. And that little hymn I just played just a minute ago was written in 1887 by a Presbyterian pastor by the name of John Stammis. And that hymn describes the 2 things that Jesus is talking about. To believe in him, even though we're dead and will live, or that we believe in him, will never die, that involves 2 components. It's more than just a mental assent that something is true. Even the demons believed in Jesus. They knew who he was, but they weren't willing to use the 2 components that are crucial to believing in the Lord. And people ask me this all the time, and I usually wind up playing that song. When we walk with the Lord in the light of his word, what glory he sheds on our way. While we do his good will, he abides with us still, and with all who will, trust and obey. The belief that Jesus is talking about, if we truly want to be a follower of his, if we truly want to make our claim to the promises that he has made for those who trust him and believe in him, we must first of all trust him. Now, we also know what trust means. Trust means that we are confident that something we believe in is true. We are confident and we are assured in our heart that our trust, our faith, our belief is well-founded. We trust that when we put our seatbelt on in the car, that it's going to protect us. We trust that the safety features in our cars will work the way they're advertised. We trust in our physicians when we go, as I did to see my primary care physician today. We trust that they're going to have our best interests at heart. we put our trust in them. To put our trust in Jesus means that not only do we assent that he is truly who he says he is, but we put our trust in him. We trust that because he is the Son of God, that he will do what he says he's going to do for us and protect us and walk with us through this life. We trust him. We trust that he will be to us exactly who he is and who he says he is. But that's not enough even with that. We then must obey what he tells us to do. So what is it that the Lord has asked us to do? What are we supposed to do to obey him? We are to be like him. We are to be like him in our relationships with others. We are to be kind and compassionate. We are to love one another as he loves us. So it all boils down to, how do we believe? What does it mean to believe in the Lord? Jesus said, John chapter 11, verse 25, I am the resurrection and the life. He who believes in me will live, even though he dies. And whoever lives and believes in me will never die. So how do we believe? We trust him, that he is who he says he is, and we obey him. We do what he has called us to do, being loving and kind to others as he has been loving and kind to us. So what does it mean? It means trust and obey, for there's no other way to be happy in Jesus but to trust and obey. And that's what John Stammas in his great hymn wrote. I hope you have a blessed day today, and God willing, I hope and trust that I will see you here tomorrow. God bless you.